Well, if you're just tuning in, you're watching Maluko on My Media Prime Television. It's another beautiful Sunday afternoon, and we are hoping that you're very well relaxed and, of course, you're enjoying the program because, well, we're here for you every single Sunday. It's time for us to welcome a very special guest. And you know, on Maloko, we have a knack for Cameroonian entertainment. Yes, because we believe it promotes our culture to the ends of the earth. And if there is one thing, one branch of comedy, entertainment that Cameroonians have come to really love is comedy. And every single day we have rising stars popping up. And the person we are about to introduce is one of such. His comedy has blown Cameroonians at home and abroad. Many of them are asking themselves the question, but how can someone be so talented and so versatile? And we decided, you know what? Let us bring that person on the program for your viewing pleasure this Sunday afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than CG. Hello and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Oh, we're
and
happy to
be
have
here with
you. Are you very well relaxed? Are you cool? Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling good?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. So first things first, CG, is CG your name? Like, what does
Yes.
CG stand for?
CG is an acronym of my actual name.
Okay.
Because when I wanted to choose a name, I never wanted to pick up something that might not reflect me. I don't know if you understand.
Okay.
So I said, how can I put my name out there without necessarily putting my name out there? So I said, let me take the first letter of my first name and the second letter of my second name and the first letter of my second name and merge them to form CG. So it's actually Che Glenn.
Okay, so your name is Glenn.
Yeah.
Oh, nice name. So CG, you have grown to become the sweetheart of many Cameroonians at home and abroad. How does that make you feel?
Okay. For something that I didn't expect, to wake up one morning and become someone that possibly blogs will talk about or people would have to enjoy what he does, it makes me feel very happy. And also, I cannot forget to say, it makes me feel like, yeah, you've probably done something that, you know, at a point in time, you have something to tell someone that, oh, I used to be on social media. I used to be someone that people spoke about. And it makes me just very happy. I don't know. And it also makes me to feel somewhat proud of myself. Although I cannot necessarily say I have. Yeah.
You have blown or you have arrived. So take us to the genesis, CG. How did this comedy thing start?
Okay. I started like the first ever thing I did that went viral. Before the voice note, I would usually recreate scenes of comedies that I find funny, but I'll not post on any social media platform like Facebook or TikTok. I'll just post on my WhatsApp status. And my friends, my little classmates will watch them and, do a little bit of comments. Now, how did the character CG come about? When they were writing the GCA, I think 2022 or 2023 or so, probably 2 years back or one, there was an incident where a student used an iPhone watch to write the exam in the hall. And I was like, how can I speak about this without necessarily using my voice? So I picked up my phone, and that subject was economics. That was the first subject we were writing that day. I picked up my phone and I was like, Mom, so somebody really entered the hall with the iPhone watch and write the exam. Then I posted on my status. When I had posted on my status now, my classmates, one more thing too, I have very supportive classmates from secondary school. And
awesome.
I was also the prefect of my class. So that made me to connect with like everybody in class. So my classmates now took the voice note that I think it was just a very recent feature on WhatsApp at that time that you could record on your status. My classmates started posting and reposting. It was going viral. Before evening, everyone was like, you're all over the place. Everybody on WhatsApp status is you. And then I did a second voice note, same. A third voice note, same. Now, my classmates and friends at the time, they started advising me, you should get a TikTok page.
So now that you have gone and take a report card and you have failed, you will still install the wig on top the empty head? Or you leave it because you have failed? Because if it's me, you would have just pushed the Christmas with Bacala.
Where you would post this. Because, young people are more versed with TikTok.
Facts.
There was no thought of Facebook. So now I went to TikTok, created an account. The issue now of how do I get a name? let me also say something. I noticed that T Cloth's name was T Cloth and BK Baptist's name was BK. So I was like, probably this BK is something related to his name, and this T in T Cloth is something related to his name. So I could probably just call myself CG too. So I now wrote CG on TikTok. I wasn't hoping to do this thing forever or for a long time or even up till now. I was hoping that after the GCE period is over, I'll probably go back to being the person that everybody just knew on WhatsApp. So I posted there and it picked up. I started getting followers. I started getting engagement, the views and everything. And it gave me the drive to do more. Now, other people who were already in the game, they started reaching out like they like my work. And those messages I was getting from them, those encouragements, it kept me to keep doing more of it until when, unfortunately, my account was banned.
Your account was banned?
Yeah. That's when I now got into the second phase of my career so far.
Okay. And the second phase, being skits, doing skits?
Yeah.
Okay.
After the account was banned, I created another, but it wasn't doing well like the previous.
Yes, I've come back. It's showing that you people go and report the other account that they should block it. It's a lie. I'm not going anywhere. I've come back. Report it 50,000 times. I'll create 50,000 in your account. I beg you people should follow. That is the highest. Precious now in her mind, she go and report me thinking that they'll block me. It's a lie, mom. I've come back. Yes, I'm not going anywhere. I'm remaining but only here.
So now it was giving me low spirit. I was like, okay, I'll probably have to stop this now. Loic Simfo had a video shoot which he did in Boya, and he invited content creators, and I happened to be amongst those whom he had invited.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that video shoot.
So at that time when I went there, the other creators, they were there. They already knew themselves. I was only getting to meet everybody there for the first time, but for Loic Simfo because I'd met him some time ago in Bamenda. So now, after the introductions were done, they were like, okay, who are you? And I said, I'm the guy who does the voice notes and post on WhatsApp status. And they were like surprised. Then they said, you need to do videos. We need to get your face out there. They did one video. Just that night, the video blew up. They did another. It did well. And I was like, okay, the face has already been seen. What more is there to hide?
Man, now she can't ballog this is. Your big client, you don't say you want get to woman. Same money for cash out one time, massa. Now she can't ballog this. Massa.
I say, pa, this your own work is which one? You will not teach me how to work it like this.
No, this work is not good.
It's not good, then you are working it how?
It's not good for you. I shall come to Boya.
Why are you saying that is not good for me? Since I came to Boya here, every time you are talking with client, but you cannot also give me chance, Papa.
Only the way the vet talk. You want to talk for client now?
I can talk to client now.
Which voice?
No, I'm talking to you and you are understanding me.
No, you cannot learn this work, please.
Then as you do what now? You are on the money, you are spending it only in girls. Anytime you are shipping girls back to back.
I'm shipping girls now. It's your I need to keep you fine.
You are keeping, look at the thing that I'm wearing. This is the dress that I'm to be
I
wearing.
can't forget the fact that my big brother. I'm not making a man disrespect you. I don't expect some money, but yeah.
What is the problem with you? You always like to climb in my head. But you are forgetting that I'm your elderly one. If you climb in my head again, I will place a case in you.
If you catch me, no one will see you will suffer.
I will play.
You don't village, no one see me defeat you.
So because you take me from village, you go and stand outside and take my microphone.
Get out.
And be announcing it that you are the one that bring me to town. You are how many years? You know my age. If not of crisis, I would have been me in the village walking my cuckoo.
And so I now went into showing my face, doing content with my face, and until the time of Sister Mary now.
This is so beautiful. But let's not even rush it at all. What is your problem with Precious? Why Precious, CG? What did Precious do to you?
Okay.
Papa, you share for this work.
My boy.
Yes, Papa.
See this today, hot. Have a.
So there's something that I've been wanting. I said, Precious have already failed GCE now this number 5 times. She's advising somebody that no matter how hard life is, go ahead. Those people just hate you. Who hate her?
You want to this with like they have used her in the village.
They have used her. Because the other day she was in Limbe. That's how she's shouting at the beach that, oh, my haters should go behind me. Who can really be hating that one that GCE would have give her this?
You know that I heard that buttocks is like, it's having mark like Gambe pig now.
Jesus Christ. Precious.
So it's standing in.
And she's also stealing.
Precious stole something.
She's stealing.
Jesus.
Precious stole somebody's spotlight.
Where the Lord kingdom?
At the time when I was getting into content creation, I was like, which name can I probably use? And I saw there was a trend that time where Precious' name was really in the
That's
trend.
true. There was time
Yeah.
when it was pretty popular.
So I was like, okay, since this name is already in the trend, perhaps if I use this name, it will also. And I started using them. It's not like I know anybody who is Precious that I usually refer to. So if you're Precious and you're there and you've ever felt like it's you I was referring to, no. So there's no Precious, and it was just an imaginary figure.
Okay.
That's why there was never a day where people actually saw Precious. But it happened that most of the times, some of those things I would say it would catch someone. There might be somewhere that would feel like, oh, this thing is talking about me.
Pressure strikes again, as this time it has been rumored that Precious, along with her other marine spirits, went deep into the ocean to cut network cables. Reason why we have had a serious network outage over West Africa and some countries in South Africa. My correspondent who went live down at the ocean to give us fresh reports from the ocean itself, deep in the trenches of Mami Water spirits. CG on TikTok, over to you.
Hello, Mom. So we're in the ocean like this. People know that it's Precious that cut those cables them. So I come down, let me check it for myself. That is really true that Precious cut network cable. Guys, behold, Precious brought that cable on there with her teeth and cut it. See the way we are inside the ocean. I've entered there and checked them all. Precious is evil. The people know that she's the one that makes heat waves everywhere, guys. Let me continue the project. I'm coming.
Thank you very much, CG, for that wonderful report you gave us. We would like to remind our kind viewers that it is due to the fact that Precious had earlier broken up with Satan that we have skyrocketing heat waves across the national territory. Precious deeds are becoming quite out of hand, and we are hoping that the right personnel can do everything humanly possible to bring Precious to order. Thank you very much for staying with us on this other CG on TikTok news, and catch you live on our next edition.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
just how it happened.
Okay, so CJ, your comedy is really, really versatile. Before we get to the other characters that you play, before we really get to the other characters that you get to play, CG, there is something that I've noticed, and that many Cameroonians would agree to. People look at you and they say, CG, you're very young, but how do you? They even say that. So they even say, let me say it in English. They say, "Oh, Paddy stay inside you, oh, Mami stay inside you." Because how you be able to tell? How are you able to tell experiences from and make us relate to them and reminisce to them, the way we do right now? Where do you get all these stories from?
Where? They put coconut for front, madam. They don't put cocoa for back. No make us don't move me eye. Clean up sharp now before you cold. If that cocoa cold, you're strong for pound. Clean up.
My baby, hot no.
Where? Over put them for front. For front, madam. If you make a deal, Makabu come on, you'll find some different one. Give me.
Madam Makabodi hot no, Maduna out and now.
So your hand for water. If you cocoa cold, you know if you pound them again. Bob, yeah, where? Fangushi. Go fiamme, mama mau. Look. I struggle cocoa for me, Siam. Kill make and say the one key man. Can't chop me. Man go burn my skin for fire because picking the hungry. The cocoa is down for fire now, not be the same for can't take and pound now. So I'm killing use the initiative. Now only me and must can't talk as all thing na me. Me na me a run go buy cocoa, me na me a run compound now. As a bona fide slave. Shut up. Wicked picking.
Okay, most of the time, not most of the time, I grew up in a local setup where you see people going about their daily lives, unlike in Douala here where you just wake up, you already find people doing stuff, there's no farm, there's nothing. So where I grew up in Bafut at the time, you would see people who would do tiny chit chats. This person is going to the market, this person is going to this. And then I was the last born at that time.
Oh.
So I would spend most of the time with my mom. Although my mom is not like the character I depict. She's a very calm person and...
Disclaimer.
Yeah. She's a very calm person and I cannot even recall the times when she's cold to me because there are very few times when she'll do that. But it just happens that I will see the neighbors doing that. I will see people around. And also, I don't know if I can confidently say I'm very watchful too. When something is happening, I'm like, okay.
Pretty observant.
Just before I got here, there's something that happened on the way. And I was like, I'll create a content about this. And I'll definitely do that. So when I see something happening, I'm like, okay, this is a real life situation which I could recreate in the form of content, and it will definitely suit people's viewers' discretion. The English, I don't know. Okay.
Okay, so that's how it happens. So let's now talk about you. You just mentioned, you say you grew up in Bafut. Are you from Bafut?
Yes,
Okay.
I am from Bafut.
Okay.
When we are talking about paternal relationship, maternal relationship, I am from Babungo,
Okay.
a village somewhere in Dop.
Do you know how to speak your mother tongue?
I speak my mother tongue very fluently.
Okay, let's do that right now. Greet the people that are
Okay.
watching you, and especially your mother.
Okay. Mkegila, if alwong move a yema, Mangandike ninga yumulufenu, you ving yema and so ki na maki we de igi. Don't you want to find yema? Hello, Mama Evie.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Okay,
but...
okay. Let me do a little translation. I
Okay.
said, if you're a person from Babungo and you're watching me, I'm very happy to be here, and I'm happy that we have this time. And I also gave a shout out to my mom who gave birth to me. Hello, Mama Eve. We call her
Hello, Mama
Eve.
Eve. So how do you, if I want to greet, if I just want to give a normal afternoon salutation, what do I say?
Okay. Depending on what time you meet the person and what the person is doing,
Okay.
you could tell the person Abasoka, like that's how are you? An afternoon salutation, in the dialect, they just have good morning.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Fui jemo.
Fui Jimo. And how do you answer?
You respond aulo.
Fui Jimo CG.
Aulo.
Perfect. So let's ride on. So would you say your comedy is highly influenced, like you were saying, by your setting, by the setting you grew up in?
Yeah. My comedy is influenced by the societal setting, the people I see, and the things around me.
Now stop that. Now so that the first work farm. You the work farm you go now so. You know the work farm you go so. Okay, you the go so say you go end for side. Matla! I don't know talk with the drum. Oh no, time agraka. Now so that the work farm. If never take phone call start to talk to make fish pie. Now wow. Some of you na too do. That one go easy you for do no. Say you be badzy. But that foolish one come outside the time. I be one day I so I be work I take job. The take job the work with people them. They very say be big girl, no one work farm. I don't tell you no. Man we no one work, na man we one thief. A man we thief, he go die. No food for a lazy man. Maybe man talk and the Bible talk. As soon as I know, no man talk.
Mama lonju, the young na.
The young na mouth. The young na mouth and the young na. Can't come up, we go chop man. No one work, you want chop.
You may be chop for farm no.
So there man. So low. Oh, you don't want to wait one chop. No make a man talk that talk for my mom. Don't make her say it tempts me. Don't tempt me. Don't try it. Don't try it. You want chop, no one walk. When I put see the call, Mama, I don't walk on. Mama, give me come my chop. Mama, give me come my chop. Man on do that. Man on do this. Man on do that. Man on do macabre. Devil. Even for them, I work and I'm a farm. When I walk, I will no work. I will still do. When I feel somebody ever think when I come from, I say no get hand. I can do all my things by myself. I don't need the help of a child. Mama, me ever will call you for bed 4. Would they go farm? I did go school that time where they standard 7. Go come back. I will still can join you for farm. Can't tell me since you're young now. You're young now. I can't show me no. God, Yahweh. See my own kind of pin away, give me. Besora.
That's what influences the contents I create. When I'm outside and I see somebody doing anything, I pick that up to be something I can possibly create as content.
Okay.
When I play man Jange, 26,000 you play them. I don't keep them on the table. You go count and 26,000 one keep and day. You take and play them Jange day. When you go in the Jew, you tell listen and me I talk say I know this, I don't go meeting.
Okay, ma. Ute a bimbo I chop no.
Take my mimbo and my chop. As for the mimbo, take them.
Okay.
Can't hear them. I'll come back and drink them.
Okay,
then
mama.
take my chop. No leave I mean the Jew take that chop. If they ever take the chop to go get for picking, I don't want me to feed that bastard picking a day. Take my chop. Yes, then you give the money all 26,000. I'll come back and we'll go.
Okay, mama, don't hear.
Okay,
Okay, mama, you're welcome. Bye. So let me people there. Okay, ma, bye. Okay. All right, oh yeah.
And if you've noticed, most of the content I'll create is usually when I'm in that environment at that time, the inspiration comes in. It says,
Like
okay.
the one you did in the car.
Yeah.
Which you were literally traveling.
Yes. That content in the car, it just came up at that time, and I said, okay, I'm definitely going to do this for a content, and I did. Is everything all right? Okay. I have my seatbelt on. Mama, lot of Jesus. Driver small, they overrun speed, begin a day inside motor.
Wow. So how do you feel that literally every video that you drop blows, and they are always posting, people are always posting it? Every time you drop something, you want to turn around, a blog has picked it up.
Yeah.
I, for instance, I'm always posting your content.
Thank you.
What do you're welcome? What do you feel about that?
Okay, that alone makes me feel like, okay, at this point now, you have the blogs they are posting, which I'm very grateful for that too. And it also gives me that drive, like, people already enjoy what you're doing and you don't have to stop. You need to keep doing more. And it also assures me that you didn't do a wrong thing to pick up your camera one day or pick up your phone one day and start, saying stuff. And for that alone, I usually feel very proud, though, that not the proud as in, but the proud as in, like, yeah, you've
You're
done
not doing
something
bad
that
at
has
all.
people talking about.
Okay, awesome. So, CG, who is Sister Mary?
Okay. Sister
How did
Mary
it
too.
happen?
Sister Mary happens to be another imaginary character just like Precious.
Oh.
But now, how was Sister Mary born? I have a classmate, a course mate. This is not secondary school anymore. I have a course mate who is a priest and he has a car. So there was one day when we closed from school and I was in his car and we were driving back home. And since it's my course mate's car, I'll definitely feel comfortable to do whatever I want. And I was like, sometimes you'd see women going to the market in the taxi and they'll send their head out and they'll be like, how far, my dear sister? So I was like, okay, yeah. So I was like, okay, I need to recreate that scene. Now the name Sister Mary at that time just sprung up in my head. And so I just switched on the camera, sent my head outside and I was like, Sister Mary, family now one, my dear sister. Then I posted the video at about 4 p.m., waking up at 6 p.m., 10,000 views. And it picked up the speed from there.
My sis, I mean, tell some pass for the time no day. Yeah. One go to my boy birthday. Now, children, you must tell this. He can pick me up. Family now one, my dear sister. Now that my sister that way, I'm telling her say husband be die of recent no. Okay. You don't die no, it's see me the ass so how you go. I don't tell listener Stella the married. Okay. That woman this I no trust he get wish. No, it's spoiler. I'm not telling. I tell listener children, I don't say children are who. I don't fit tell him a single time. I remember time I was born 1986. I tell that I go level for 2 weeks before I born. What tell you? I been make up my mind since that they say all my secret now for my belly. Papa drive small, you go speed. Begin to dance that motor. Let's together.
Now, I didn't continue with that Sister Mary content for a while.
Okay.
Because I was still observing the character if people find it interesting. And I would notice that under some other videos which I'll create, there'll be tiny comments like, CG, Sister Mary na how? Or people will reach out to me and they'll be like, CG, you don't still not see Sister Mary na how for Sister Mary. And then I created another video again concerning Sister Mary. It picked up the steam and I was like, okay, people definitely find this character interesting and I should get more into Sister Mary.
Sister Mary, yes. I want to go some small worker. Yeah, I want to reach up for course. Yes, I begin Reggie with the graduate. They do their defense that last month. I don't tell you. I'll be very sorry about it. I feel I don't tell you nothing a flow for my head. You know, say they begin like this, so they make so many head is scatter. How would they begin them? No word talk. Outside reach, I go call you. Yes. I'll go from now. Boss on late. Okay. Yes, we did together. I tell you, the beginning of the big, it grow over family now one, my dear sister. We did together.
But did you even see that it was going to become this viral? Like it became so viral. It still really is that viral. It was not just picked up by your fellow comedians. It was picked up by regular people just going about their daily activities. In fact, every time somebody wants to say something that has to do with a family, they'll say family now one, would they together? All of those comments. For instance, now if you just type even in WhatsApp forum, Even
Yeah.
in places where I have conversations with people and something funny comes up about the family, you the people say family now one my dear sister. It's like how do I say? It's like I don't want to
A
call it use the name.
sensation.
Yeah, and it's like some sort of a movement. It's just like
Yeah.
when we'll take that cup came
Yeah,
up.
that's something too that
Yeah,
really took
it
on the
is-
media space for quite some time.
Exactly. It's that big. Are you conscious of how big it is?
I only got to know that Sister Mary has started making sense when I woke up one morning and I saw someone like TikTok, when you post a video and they'll say this person mentioned you. And I watched and the person had actually recreated an entire scene of Sister Mary with a different story. And then just that same day, the second video came in, the third, I checked, the videos were doing well, they were going viral on people's pages. And I was like, wow, I didn't say anywhere that people should do this for a challenge. People just picked it up and they started doing it and it went so well. For that, I'm very grateful too. And that alone helped to boost my content more because it exposed me to another audience. I think each content has a certain audience which it picks. Like the Sister Mary content, it relates with people who are not, it doesn't much relate with youth, although youth will relate to it and they'll share with their parents. But you find mothers who
Fathers,
before they did not know my
aunties.
content.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go to the market and you find the women in the market are like, Sister Mary. And that too adds to, it like boosts me. I'm like, okay, yeah, mothers are starting to know you. Why not everybody?
Oh, now very soon we shall meet over. Sister Mary!
Sister Reggie!
They don't break.
They don't break up my sister for you.
No, my dear sister, they fire for you.
No, they fine. I say what day to leave.
I want to cook us a small cookie.
You know, Sabi touch that coca make a macas.
Yes. I see you the other day for D&C. You did fine.
Say wait.
I see you for D&C. D&C unit for hospital now.
I don't understand. You go for
My
me
elder
to
sister
just.
when a nurse, he tell me say na abortion unit.
Sister Reggie, you too do.
Hey, I do not waiting.
I beg you, why not take my phone and answer for the whole world about commit abortion? Eh?
Sister Mary, I do not bad. Nothing na some kind place for hospital.
There you shout. You don't be corner me say na my sister na wait to go. You just dey shout the whole place, the whole neighbor here.
Sorry, family, now one you move na belle again.
Jesus Christ. Sister Reggie,
No
be
say
okay.
we don't go round from that time say we move someone no.
I just only you papas didn't you so.
Come, this is that. Hey, Abraham, your husband travel.
Yeah, he travel because of small trips for Douala.
Because no.
Yes.
That my sister where you work for Yaoundé.
Yes, Sister Margaret.
Yes, he tell me say see her husband for the hotel. He can't do some gay.
Say wait.
Say he see her husband for this thing hotel. He be there with some gay.
You let me say you give you spine for the whole place. Let me say don't mean as if on top my case you go know all thing. I started with this side. I started next. Yeah, in fact, I need to understand what you
I do
do.
not bad. If I don't see her husband waiting for some place, I tell you I do not bad. Maybe they say
Why
sister
you-
should look up for the other.
If you corner me, you know for shut up for the whole place. All man already know. So at the high rate again.
Escape people they pass. Maybe it's within a ghost.
If you put down your voice together, you know say this family will be together, will be one. If you put down your voice.
This one.
It's never passed us. You can ask advice about master no. You
husband do her.
don't know too much. You say, I go come and say, you know, even touch me and touch me so the so. I don't say that. I don't want to say whether my leave the thing. I know you understand.
My husband too, we don't want to make a little one show me pepe. I deny it chop. I deny it all thing.
I would have a grind in a small
Crawl
bottle.
back to me.
I go grind the bottle with the I don't
Crawl
tire.
back to me.
Again, look, he said no, they hits me. No, they hits me.
No
No, they
harm
hits
me.
me. Go for the hits me no.
Deny it all chop. He go crawl back to you, can bake. I'm not tell you.
Not about talk to one to the guys. No shout. I can't tell you so one on one. We will discuss. Go day together, family now one.
Listen, so this song day, we are one. Oh,
We are together. We are one. Where's the regime? One and only.
Yes,
All right, so
okay,
I better go cook that cookie at the camp.
I'll go touch her.
All right, my dear sister. Small hour.
We did together. So let her husband.
There you go. Yeah. So let me dip in them.
Oh, that's really awesome. I'm having a really good time, viewers. Are you having a good time? I'm sure you are. You must love our time with CJ this Sunday afternoon. So CJ, you've acted. Your comedy is really, really versatile. Where did you get this versatility from? For instance, you're able to not just speak. I think you speak French really well. English. English, I think I heard it. Was it Spanish or which? Or you were forming it, I don't know.
It's form.
Because I don't even know it. But you do so many. Where does it come from? Where does this melange come from?
So the problem is I come online there, you're requesting for a British accent. I say, okay, I'm going to give it to you. You know, there is a time when you need a cup of water. And you're like, do you have all what you're looking for? Because that's all of it. All, like all of it.
all of it.
To begin with, I spend most of my time watching movies or reading books. So, there is this movie, I don't know if it's comfortable that I talk about it here. It had a police officer, Inspector Jacques Luz, and he had a French accent. And it kept me, I was like, okay, how can I speak like this guy? And I think I have a fluent tongue to comfortably. And just for a fact, I do not really know how to speak French. Neither do I really understand French, but you know. So I'll always try to recreate situations, try to mimic people. I'll mimic everybody I meet. I'll mimic the people in the counter. And okay, I said, if you can mimic the French accent, why don't you try to mimic the Indian accent? Why don't you try to mimic every other accent? And that now, it's just something that springs out from.
I am blown away. Okay. It's so smooth. It's just coming like he was born with this thing. This is really awesome. Honestly speaking. And I read, I think I came on your platform, I think a few days ago. Yeah. You did an advert. I don't know if it was in school or something.
Yeah.
But you were doing it in one of these accents. I was like, this guy is super talented. So, CG, are you still in school?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm a student enrolled in ENS, Higher Teachers Training College, Bamenda, under the Department of Biology. Oh. I studied science in school.
Wow.
And not arts.
Many people. I was already thinking literature, history.
No. Although I used to do those subjects sometime back in Form 4.
Okay.
And not in any way trying to brag, but I was good at that. History in particular.
Period.
And English too, although I am a science student. If you wake me up at any hour of the day and you tell me, write this English exam, I'll definitely crush it with an A. So, so now what made me to do science was because I changed the school I was attending when I was in Form 4. And I came to a different school in Form 5. And then I went to the science class that day and they were teaching biology. That was the very first subject. And the teacher taught biology. He was talking about classification of living creatures. And it was very easy. I was understanding what he was talking about. The physics teacher came in and the physics teacher made physics so easy at that time in ordinary level, not now and again, because he suddenly made me go nuts. So I was like, okay, you've understood physics, you've understood biology. Why don't you just continue with this? That's how I drifted from the science class, from the arts class and came to the science class. Wrote the GC at the time in the science class. I will not share my papers.
It's okay. No problem.
But I had, 8 out of 10. French and maths were the subjects that really, maths for me has been a problem.
That's been for all of us.
Yeah, maths for me.
It has.
But
we thank God.
Well.
Yes, it is really well because I went through hell as well. So, CG, how do you manage doing this work and school?
Okay. At the time when I just started, I wasn't really seeing it as a big deal. Now, as you know, in everything you do, there is some sort of growth or progress.
Fine.
And I started hearing, CG, we need you in Boya to come and do this. We need you in Douala. We need you in Yaoundé. We need you here at this time. And I now started trying to schedule my time in a way that I can infiltrate with content and stuff. Not neglecting school or education, because to me it is paramount. But I just have a way that I maneuver around to create the content, attend the stuff, and still not miss school. It just happens. Probably grace. Yeah.
Well, we like that. So, about the money, can you proudly say this comedy has helped you to grow financially?
I would confidently say yes. Although money is never too small, so we'll keep chasing until we definitely get to the infinite point. But as compared to my life before content creation, you know, there's this sort of situation where you depend on your parents for your basic needs. Now, content creation helped me to gain some sort of financial freedom at that level, where you no longer have to tell your mother that, Mama, my shoe is bad, you need to get me a different one, you need to change this dress, you need to this, you need to that. I now started getting stuff for myself, changing my phone, probably paying my fees. Not like my mom cannot do that, but I just felt like at this point, if you have something, then you need to allow her divide the funds which she was directing to you now to your siblings. And so far, the money part of it, it has been, yeah, I've made money, hoping to make more because one is never satisfied with money. But in as much as that is concerned, so far it has been going on well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's not talk about the fact that, well, while you're rising steadily, there would always be some unpleasant occurrences. There was a time, I think, some months back, where you and a couple of your colleagues hopped
Yeah.
on the challenge of what's his name, Nas Boy.
Yeah.
And it made rounds on blogs, and most of the comments were not pleasant, and many people were saying, oh, CG, yes, you most of your characters are female characters, but we don't want you to dress like a female and all of that. From your perspective and the perspective of others, people were like, this is just comedy, this is just another trend, they've popped on it. But from the perspective of others, oh, he shouldn't do this, it's not a good thing. What did you think when that happened? When you were doing that video, what was running through your mind, first of all?
Before I dive into responding that question, I'll have a sip. It's not easy.
Sip, my brother, sip.
Okay.
Sip and tell us.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So my friend Sammy, he was the one who came up with the idea.
Okay. Sammy the tall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said, we need to do this challenge. And at first I was like, no, I don't want to. He rushed, got the outfits, and we're like, oh, I was like, okay.
Sammy got the outfits.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, if the outfits are here, I'm a content creator already. There's everything I do is content.
Facts.
So I hopped into it. We did the video, posted on TikTok, because I understood that the audiences on the different platforms will receive content differently. Now there's something. The audience on TikTok is different from the audience on Facebook. There are some things that you post on TikTok and it will be fun. But when you carry it to TikTok, it becomes a moral lesson.
Because when you carry it to Facebook,
rather, it becomes a moral lesson. You find people coming and they'll say, this content, it does so this way you don't, correct. You get for stop ham. But on TikTok, rather, everybody will just laugh. So when I posted on TikTok, the comments at that time, everybody was like, wow, this is cool. Everybody was laughing. There's this blog which I will not mention because, yeah. The blog took the video, it took pictures from it to Facebook, and it changed the narrative of the video, I would say. It did not make it seem like it was a challenge. Rather, the blog wrote, CG debuts his cross-dressing career. Not like I cannot possibly do that. But coming from someone who is not me or does not know my opinion and did not know how to place the words to the audience, people started badging me. I lost a few followers, although after that I gained more. And now the pressure came in. You have to respond. You have to tell people that's not your intention. That's not. And I was like, okay. I contacted a few other friends who have been in show business, and I was asking them, how do I go about a situation where I'm being trolled for something? And then they were like, for such things, when you're angry, you might say things that will play down on you in the future. So I learned the golden rule as a content creator or as an influencer or anything, be silent when necessary. There's a speech President Paul Biya once said, which I always go through it and it just triggers me. Les silences et la modération ne sont pas les signes de faiblesse. Silence and mutation is not a sign of weakness. So I just used that. I said, I'll be silent, but that doesn't mean that they have
crushed you.
Yeah. I went on with creating more content, and just like that, the storm was over. Although that time it was.
Did it hurt you?
Yeah, it got to me. Okay. Not because of I do not have any regrets for creating that content. Let's be honest. Okay. I was creating content. What I have is the fact that it still baffles me that people do not understand that as a content creator, you can fit yourself into anything that will suit the audience. If you pick me today and you give me the character of a mad person, I'll play that role. If you give me the character of a priest, I'll play the role. So if you give me the character of playing the role of a woman? Of course I would. like I'm doing now. It just got to me. Some comments too were really derogatory. Some stuff there were, but it's over. It,
Life
touched
goes
me.
on.
Yeah.
Me no touch you, Papa. We need our sister Mary another interesting content there. Because at the end of the day, people will always talk. And
Yeah.
like you said something quite peculiar. Oftentimes, people would thwart a narrative to suit what they are trying to achieve.
Yeah.
But if we are trying to grow an industry, we need to state facts the way they were. It was
Yeah.
a trend, you hopped on the trend. Why is it that big of a deal? So, CG, how do you rate the success of your content? How are you, when you're doing something, how are you sure that these things will go cash?
Okay. This question you have asked them. I answered this very question today before I got here. Now, I usually say, for me, in my own terms, there are some contents I call power content.
Okay.
Now, power content for me is a content I know that will do well. It just happens to be like some sort of a feeling when you're doing that video that you know that this video will definitely trend. You feel it. You yourself, you start enjoying it even before you post it.
G. Remember a very good thing. La you moto. But Martino, one question. Who say you take money for buy moto day? I don't sit down and they observe you. Maybe say the workers on day for na pound off they go shanty go work. But you are having money. From where? So tell you buy moto, you buy clothes them, you buy shoes. You can think that you are not playing with me. Or you don't go put your hand now for back house, now you know. But I want to tell you, say, I know if you born picking, that picking will come and kill me. Any side, you don't go put your hand there, you go where your head. Maybe me, dear mommy, where it born you, you go kill him. And if you kill my mommy, picking if you kill me. Why you this scam? You this scam say waiting. If Obua scammer, yes. If not, who side they know the same motor na 100,000, they the same motor 4 million and above. But you go buy them. Yes. For can show the world, say I be failed as a mommy for look on my picking, and so therefore it don't become a scammer. But I want to tell you, say any man where they live now by people they are swear, he go die. You know if she don't say now some other man go walk, me will chop him. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So you go to chop now other people they are swear. If not so, where you don't talk so you go live your life. Oh my and if not say me you die, then my rest better my to 2 years. Yes. Now wait till you want. Wait till you want. Oh Lord, what have I not given you, my dear father? Oh, La Ojima, you will not continue to stay with me. You go, let me have my peace. I never born as scammer. I will born you. I put your name say G. And you see your friends in the past can call you Pablo. Pablo Blanca, Pablo Blanco, Pablo. Scammer, noir. Scammer minamaka. My people scammer minamaka. Idiot. Wicked picking. Where to will not give you the picking? Where did I fail as a mother? Where you don't pick na scamming. So tell you the hot day. Did they call you G money? You the glad. Say yes, we don't arrive. We the carry your shoulder for all. Man way he talk say he go live now by people they are sweat. He will die one day. And you go die. I don't talk my own. Take my word or you know take him. Me and mommy, I don't play a part for put you for straight road. Wicked picking.
And there are some ones that you do and you know like, okay, this will definitely be a flop. And sometimes
You still post them.
Yeah. But when I'm creating that content, I'm like, I have an elder sister to a very supportive family, I should say. My elder sister she's always like the moderator, the everything. She will shoot the video, she will do the background.
She's the one always shooting.
Yeah, my elder sister would shoot me. Or sometimes my mom would shoot me. And then my elder sister now will be the background voice. And then I'll tell her, watch this video. If you were a person scrolling through TikTok and this video pops on the FYP, will you laugh? And then she'll tell me, go outside. She'll watch it alone and then I'll come in and she'll be like, this video would have been nice if you said this rather. And then I'll go back and recreate. And then sometimes most often too, I'll tell my mom, Mama, if you have to watch this video, she will watch and she'll be like, I'm not a social media person, but I think it's a good video. And just like that, I'll post, and my mother too, she has a TikTok account, and unfortunately, or should I say unfortunately, she only follows two persons. That's my account and my backup account. When I post a video, she will go to my page and watch. She will call me if I'm not around her. If it's the way you do, and so it's fine. But that place where you talk, so you know, so some man the way you silent and a stick man or then I'll be like, Mama, if you leave on our content, she'll be like, okay. Now when I know how to do the thing them. But so far, so good. It's been a wonderful journey.
Wow. So your mom and your sister are part of, in fact, of your crew.
Yeah. And sometimes when my junior brothers, when they want to get something from me, they'll now be like, CG, you know that you're a celeb now. If you go and say that, you refuse to buy us bonbon, it will be a problem. And then for that, they'll flatter me and I'll be like, okay, take this and get it.
That's awesome. So what has been the most challenging part of doing what you're doing right now, of content creation, of comedy?
Okay. The most challenging part? Can I think?
Of course, you can.
Number 1, the inspiration to create. Number 2, the time to create. Number 3, where to create. There are some content I'll depict that I want to depict it in a certain environment, which I cannot access at the time.
Oh, sure.
There are some which I would think of in my head, but I cannot deliver them. Like I can think of this content and I'll be like, I cannot deliver this content. There are sometimes I'll do a video and I'll sit and watch this video and I'll be like, most especially there's something I usually try to do when creating content. I usually try to do a video such that you can show that video to a child, to a baby. So far, I don't think I've made any video that somebody could say this video is immoral. I usually try to avoid that, such that children could also watch. That's why there are sometimes when I want to do something, I'll try to say in a language that I'm very sure that a normal child will not know. But the challenges so far have been just those 3 I've mentioned. I think for resources, I have a camera which I use to shoot content. For funds, I'm not doing anything that will require me to get outfits, get props and stuff. It's just your camera, you, yourself, and the environment. That's just all. And then another very big challenge too has been handling the new person, handling CG.
The famous CG.
Yeah. Being able to go about your daily life. Now I step out of the house and people are like, CG, Sister Mary. Every time I'm on my phone, I'm like, okay, I need to check, has somebody commented? Has this person liked? How many followers have I gotten? How is this video? How is the engagement on this video? That too is something very difficult, which I think with time, I'll know how to maneuver around that. But those are the only challenges so far.
So which is easier? Was it the CG that you were going about your life before? In fact, what do you love most, or which of the two do you love most? Who you were before fame or who you are now?
Let me not lie. There's this small prestige you have when you go about and people recognize you. There are sometimes I go to a place and somebody just sees me like, you're the guy on TikTok, right? Yeah, I'll pay for this.
Oh!
And there was a
you
time...
carry me with you henceforth. Let me just tell you. Hope you know that.
There was a time I was traveling. I was leaving Boya to Yaoundé. I went to the agency. I did not know that agency had VIP service. That's Musango. Okay. I don't know if it's fine that I mentioned.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
So as I stood in the queue to pay for the regular ticket, one person who walked there came up and he was like, no, you cannot be seen entering the regular. And I was like, what? He told me, go and use the VIP. I was like, I came here. He said, no, it's fine. Go and use the VIP. I went, used the VIP, which was very good though. And I did a video about that, for which the company appreciated very much. And those tiny instances where people see you and they're like, you're CG, right? I'm a very big fan of your work. You can have a picture. Can you do this? And I'll feel like, yeah, they told me about me.
Star.
Yeah.
It's good. Who doesn't like privileges?
Of course.
It's only normal to have those. As money they come, privileges they come, all in the stew. So what's your relationship like with your fellow content creators? I see that you guys do a lot of collaborations. Like, I think, was it last night or the night before, Sammy having his birthday, right?
Yeah,
you guys were live on TikTok.
Yeah.
In fact, you guys are always together. What keeps that bond? In fact, how did you guys get to bond like that? What is responsible for that?
I can say when it comes to us content creators, I think we are not just colleagues, but we are friends.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was very surprised that when I met all of them for the first time, they were very receptive. Everybody was like, it was like nobody in that room is above the other. The people with 100,000 followers treated those with 2 followers the same.
Aw.
The atmosphere was really one to remember. And then from there on, we kept in touch on WhatsApp. They are very friendly people too. We don't really know much about our previous lives that we can be talking about. Remember that day we go play ball for the place drive free. So our talks are usually revolving around current issues, creators' lives and stuff. But aside that, I've made new friends too, and it's really very interesting. I don't think there's any content creator that I can see that this person is a go slow for me. They're like very nice people.
So the day job fine, oh. The secondary creator, they manage life, oh. They don't get daily bread, oh. They chop better chop, oh. They suffer, oh. Tochi.
Okay. CG, it's time for us to play games.
Okay.
We can keep you here all day. We have a lot to do with CG today, guys.
Okay.
A lot. You will have non-stop from CG today. So CG, our first game is called Fire Questions. It's a game and some sort of, this is just between you and the audience. Okay? So it's called Fire Questions. But before you answer these fire questions, CG, are you dating? It's a yes or no question, right, guys?
Yeah. No.
CG, they say when you hesitate before answering.
No, it's something that everybody's going to watch. So no, I'm not.
Why am I doubting that answer?
No, you shouldn't doubt. I'm being honest right now.
When somebody moves too much in their seat when they're answering the question too, when they fidget too much, it shows that they are not saying the truth, right? See, CG. Anyway, viewers, stay tuned. Okay, let's go on a quick jingle break, and when we come back, CG will be answering these fire questions on Maloko. So don't move a muscle. Stay tuned. Okay.
Welcome everyone, and I'm CG, a content creator slash influencer slash anything you can possibly think of, and I'm here on the Maloko Show. We go into the fire questions. Let's have it going. Number 1. Are you in the profession you dreamed of when you were a child? As of now, I'm still a student, and it's probably in the career, can I say? Growing up, I dreamt of either becoming a doctor or a teacher. Now, that doctor one this way is strong. The book they plenty. So I said, okay, I'll become a teacher. So that one too is something which I dreamt of. Question number 2. I don't know if I've answered that correctly.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Okay.
They're your questions. Answer them as you please.
Question number 2. Money or happiness? You're putting me in a tight spot right now. But in my own opinion, not yours, I will go for my money because with the money I can be happy. Because why? When I'm broke, I'm sad. So when I have money, I'm definitely happy. So I'll go for the money. With money, I could even pay people who will make me laugh. Question number 3. Physical strength or mental strength? Oh, mental strength. I'll choose to be mentally strong than to be physically strong. Number 4. What are you most looking forward to? As at now, the highest thing I'm looking forward to is giving my family, that's my mom, my siblings, a wonderful life. Like giving them a good time They should go about having their vacations, enjoying themselves. In fact, to live more than what they're already living now. So that's what I'm most looking forward to. And also becoming a successful person too, who will probably not get forgotten. Number 5, how do you usually answer the telephone? I think many people have seen me doing that. Hello. So that's how I pick up the phone. I just say hello. Or sometimes, depending on who calls, sometimes I'll pick and I'll wait for the person to speak and I'll be like, hello. So it depends on who calls. What dish do you cook best? I'm a very bad cook. But there's something I can do. I can do this spaghetti and egg that they usually fry. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that because it's something on the breakfast menu in our house. And I also do pancakes. But there are some things which I'm very bad at when it comes to cooking. There are some things which I cannot even attempt. Number 7, if you could be transformed into one animal, which one would you choose? I'll probably choose a lion. Yeah, it's the king of the jungle and everybody fears a lion. What is your favorite type of music? That's question number 8. My favorite type of music. I really do not know the different genres that exist in music. But I just love music that you have to do dum, 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 dum. You're dancing, boom, 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 you're dancing. I love anything that's hot. What do you text most? I'm a very crazy person. The kind of things I usually text. I don't know if you all will be ready to hear it. I usually text, leave this place. You're a fool. And yeah, those tiny, tiny things. What is your favorite food? Water fufu and eru. It's unfortunate that although I'm from the Northwest region, I will not say achu is my favorite food, but
My favorite is ekwang. As a girl from Northwest, don't worry, I said.
okay.
We did together.
Yeah, we did together. Family now one, my dear sister.
Exactly.
So my favorite food is water fufu and eru. What was your first job? To be honest, I've never done any form of job like to work at the chantier, to learn a trade, which I think I would definitely have to learn one. But if there's ever been anything I did that I pictured as a job, that I said, okay, I'm waking up in the morning to go to this place. That's my uncle had this Momo kiosk at Commercial Avenue. And at the time when he was busy with setting up his other company, he would usually tell me to just come and sit there. So I'd wake up in the morning, just go and hang around. And I saw that as a job. So that's my first job. Although it's not a kind of job. What is your last Google search? Before I got here, the last thing I searched on Google, I'll be honest, I was searching something about airplanes because I'll be getting on one very soon. So I was searching something about that particular airplane. Like, is it safe to fly in? Does it have any previous crash records? Man, need know. So I was just checking on that.
Well, family, I really want my
Okay. We are done with our questions. Fire questions.
Thank you so much, CG. I can have that now. I'm sure that provides us a perspective of a different perspective of CG. So, CG, we know we've been bombarding you with questions, but we'll continue. Now our work, now the work we really do. So, where do you see yourself after all of this? In fact, what's next? What's the bigger picture for CG?
Okay, I have plans which I think are more than my age and more than my financial capability. But I'm hoping that with the right resources, I can start up with something different.
Okay.
You know, get into movies, be on movies here. And also there's this career I dream of, I wanted to become, but for some reasons, because I did science, I felt like I cannot do it. All my life, I'd admired journalists.
Oh.
I'd always pictured myself waking up, going to somewhere in the city.
And you make a wonderful journalist.
I'd always thought of, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Maloko Show here, live on the My Media Prime. I am your host, CG. I'd always pictured that, and although I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Why? You can always start your show on your own. You
switch.
can always do so many things. You can do your own show and give it to a TV station to air it. There are just so many things you can do. There should be no stopping you at all.
You just pushed me.
Yeah, you should. You should try something. In fact, right here on My Media Prime, for instance, you can do a show and then you give us to air, have an agreement with us. We air the show and you do nothing should stop you.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome, CG.
Okay, another thing which another very part of the bigger picture is not only being exposed to the English Cameroonian audience,
Okay.
exploring Cameroon as a whole, making your presence a household name or figure that when you come to Douala, you go to Yaoundé, be it in French or in English, people are like, c'est toi qui fais les vidéos sur TikTok now? And I'll be like, oui, c'est moi, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Then also I've pictured going out of the bounds of this country to other countries, probably out of Africa and even the world at large. In fact, I dream so, if I enter in my head to see the thing the way they inside, it go bomb. But I think with time, probably if I could become CG one day, I could become any other thing in the future. I think with time, with the right guidance from God most especially, and with the right parental control, everything can happen. And I'm still a mommy's boy who do at this my age.
Oh, of
So if my
course.
mother tells me that, don't go to that my local shop, I'll be like, okay, mama, you're the one who said it. But if she gives me the go ahead, then I do.
All right. So we have another game to play with you, CG, before
Okay.
we move, we take a break and then we continue. We
Okay.
we swap things up a little. The game is called Never Have I Ever. So CJ, question number 1. Never have I ever been cheated on.
In the first place, I've never been... I've been cheated on, yeah. But not in a relationship. I don't know if the question was about relationship.
Yes, it was.
So
So
never
you,
have
you want to say something that you have never been in a relationship?
Yeah.
You want to lie to us, or you are saying the truth?
The world is watching. Everybody in the world is going to watch this program. And hear me now and hear me well. I have never been in a relationship. I think, if there is anybody who thinks that I've been in a relationship with them, come forward and lay your claim. Okay. So never have I ever been cheated on in a relationship.
Never have I ever laughed at someone's gift.
That's a lie. I've laughed at people's gifts. I've laughed. I laugh at people as a whole.
So whose gift? What was the last gift you laughed at, CG? Tell us. Let's know.
I don't know if to say this. My friend Sammy's birthday, which was the other day. I'll not say what the person gifted him, but somebody gifted him something which I found very funny and I laughed at it.
Oh, what did the person give? Tell us.
No, if I say the person who gifted that gift
The
will
person
probably
will know.
figure out
Was it a woman or a man that gave it?
it was a woman.
Can only be. I mean, no, women. Never have I ever regretted an apology.
In the first place, I think there have been very rare occasions where I have to tender an apology. But on any occasion that I have done that, I've never regretted that. I
Okay.
always felt like this was necessary.
Never have I ever convinced a friend to dump a partner.
I do not have friends who have partners, but I have friends who have attempted to have partners. And if there's anything I've always done, I've always been that black sheep. I've always been that person who will say, this girl, do you know her? Do you know the things she does? No, I will not advise that. You know, when you're a single person, anything that people do, it triggers you. Sometimes when I go to a place, like we can go out and I'll see people doing, babe, open your mouth, take the chop. Now I'm looking at them like, canal lost beams. You will end in the pit of hell. Okay.
Never have I ever been in a physical fight.
Yeah, I've never been in a fight with anybody, but I've picked up verbal fights with people. That's something I do on a daily basis. So I've never physically fought with anybody, but I've exchanged words with literally everybody I come across.
Okay. Never have I ever tried guessing someone's password.
I've done that several times.
Whose password were you trying to guess?
My friends, yeah, I'd pick up the phone and I'm like, let me try to unlock this phone, and I do. Blah, blah, blah. For many reasons though, but I've never tried to figure out someone's Momo password. But I do that with trying to unlock phones. Okay.
All right, before we take a break to continue, ladies and gentlemen, with CG, in fact, we will say we're wrapping up like part 1 of our time with CG, but CG cannot go. We cannot wrap up this part, sorry, without you doing for us a small play of Sister Mary. Come on. We need to feel it on Maloko. Let's I don't know if you need me to count down or you just get into character and then
Okay. Let's go.
All right.
Sister Mary, family na one, my dear sister. Who then am a local, so I there with my daughter Faith. you know. Now where we go this thing for school, where we win that prize that time. Yes, it don't biggie all. Yes, I said the beginning and the grow. we did together, family na one. That Sister Mary, that woman they say fashion no fine. No mind that's where they open seats. That man key husband. But on 12 people they need talk. But now me where I know the situation no. I be first one they talk me my teen. you know if you see now they talk.
How you don't know?
Now just chu way be pass for quarter news can't reach me. I say where I be that kind of man no like me problem. Yeah, and also the thing be happen. My dear sister, life now for focus for your me but drink and she don't you quiet.
True, my brother. Family na really one.
Family now one.
We dey together.
We dey together. We will do how.
So, CG, as one who is in the entertainment industry, and as a result of the fact that you do comedy, you've had the possibility of working with other entertainers, comedians, fashion designers, and more. When you take a look at the industry, what would you say is the biggest challenge we face right now?
From my own point of view, the biggest challenge in the entertainment industry right now is that sense of, can I say, oneness, everybody being on the same page. In the comedy sector, we've seen that happen. And I can say, from my own point of view, in terms of content creators, we've seen some possible growth with us having to intertwine and do stuff. But there's something I know about collaboration that really helps. Take, for instance, you are a TV host and presenter. I'm a comedian, content creator. When we come together, there are some people who would only watch Maloko and they are not on TikTok or on Facebook. They'll get to know about me and they'll start consuming what my brand produces. It goes the same in every other field of life. You might be an artist who sings particular songs that resonate with particular people. The moment you get on a song with another person, it introduces you into that person's audience. So I think one thing which we see often is people not really being together in the different sectors. But in life, everything cannot happen as it's supposed to. Sometimes we see beefs that will happen for can I say, for promotion purposes. Yeah, it's possible that an artist will just get up and spark a discussion online and the next day he releases a song. It has happened and we've seen. Okay, so that's my take on the challenge that the entertainment industry faces right now.
What about comedy specifically? What do you think you comedians can be doing to make sure? Because it is one thing to be popular in your country. It's another thing to be known in the continent, the African continent, and of course worldwide. What more can you comedians do to foster your craft and send it to the ends of the earth?
I think we should be honest that if we have to make it out of Cameroon, number one, probably, don't get me wrong, but just have a chance to listen. We have two separate audiences in Cameroon, a French audience and an English audience. Number one, as a comedian, you have to conquer the English audience first before you conquer the French audience. A few of my colleagues, you've seen them involving into the French audience, and it's going on really well. That alone, when you've conquered the entire country, now you need to move into other countries and start conquering those zones. Probably collaborations with creators from those countries will help you too, or creating content that is worth consuming by an international audience. There was this content I did about different countries when it's raining.
It's raining. I don't want kids playing out the rain that can catch a cold. God. It's raining. Hey, the father begin to do na aso what on the first day. You not put bucket of outside. That other bucket do. Other bath they will not bring up outside off. Let it fall so what on the first day. I live outside the way. Yes. Rain boy when I see rain go bring clothes them out wash them. You must come and bathe. No come on can wash. You start out close and there. You want to carry water for you is like 1 week. Or use the water like 1 week. It's not easy.
And I got comments from all all the countries in Africa that are available on social media. So probably as comedians, we could, if possible, meet with people from other countries too, create content with them, or do content that can be consumed internationally. I cannot probably keep doing Sister Mary the whole of my life in Pidgin. Only us in Bamenda and Boya will understand. Probably I can picture a French idea and I deliver something in French that will pick the French audience of Cameroon. I can think of something in plain English that will pick Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, every other English-speaking country, America, every other English-speaking country in the world. So if there's anything we could do to go international, do the collaborations and do international content. I think so far that's something that I think, in my opinion, will work.
Okay, awesome. So we would love for you to give a special shout out to some people that you're truly grateful to in this work. And you look really, really nice. I like your outfit, by the way.
Thank you.
Who do we owe this to?
My outfit was designed by Danny Casuals.
Oh, wow.
On all social media platforms, he's available as Danny Casuals. He designed this elegant outfit.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
He designs just for men?
He designs for men and women if needed.
We like that.
He's unisexual.
Oh, awesome.
Is that term correct?
Yeah, that's the term. So tell us, who are some of the persons you're really grateful for in this your journey?
I'm grateful to first my mom, my sister, my family in general. So Mama Eve, I'm grateful. Ashley, I'm grateful. Afani Treasure, I'm grateful. And to every other person who has supported me from my family. I'm also very grateful to my classmates. They helped to...
What was the school again?
Progressive Comprehensive High School. That's the school I attended in secondary school. Progressive Comprehensive High School. I had classmates there that were more of a family than just classmates. And in fact, they know everything. So they were the ones who would always repost my voice records, and it went that viral as it did. Also, I'm very grateful to my fellow colleagues, other content creators who helped me at the time when my account got banned to do content with me and introduce me to their audiences and stuff like that. I'm also very grateful to every other blog out there that has ever posted me with intent to promote my work, and to every other person out there who watches my videos, likes, follows, and enjoys it. I am very, very grateful, and I want to say a very big thank you. And most especially, I'm very grateful to Miss Faith here, who brought me on this wonderful show, and to the entire BT Media Group and my Media Prime. I'm very grateful. Merci.
Oh, merci aussi, CG. So we still have you here. CG, if you could offer words of advice to someone who is considering a career path in comedy, what would you tell them?
Okay. Advice number 1. You can do it. Advice number 2. Before you hope on getting assistance to boost your career, do work of your own. Create your own content. That number 1, you would have an audience that they know that this person creates this before you start getting into collapse. Don't just want to get into content creation and for the first time you want to be seen with a big face. It will help you at that time, but it won't again in the future. If you create your own content, build your own audience before you start doing collapse, it will help very powerfully. Number 3, your content should be relatable with everybody. Create content that can be consumed by everybody. And number 4, just be good with what you do. Don't force it. Don't do it because you've seen that this other person is doing. Do it because you feel that you can do it. Be original, be authentic, be your own person. Yeah.
Awesome. So CG, we have another game to play with you. The game is called Green Flag, Red Flag.
Okay.
So we'll ask you what we have to ask you, and if what we're asking you is a green flag in a person, because we'll be asking you questions as a man to answer about a woman. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so if it's a red flag, you know what red flags are, right?
Yeah.
The green flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So. All right.
It's red, I show red, and when it's green, I show green.
And you tell us why.
Okay.
So I'm asking the questions.
Okay.
Shall we roll? Green flag, red flag with CJ. You have a woman that always asks for Momo. Green flag, red flag.
Red flag. Because Your life shouldn't be dependent on other people all the times. Do something of your own. Have your own money that sometimes you can use. And it's not that every time, Momo me this, Momo me that, Momo this, Momo me that. No, it doesn't work that way. If that was the case, then everybody would have gotten into relationships with bank managers or people who work at Beyak where they print money. They wouldn't have been dating ordinary us.
She refuses to date a broke person. Green flag, red flag.
Red flag. I think that if you date a broke person, you all can start up something which will end up getting both of you rich. You must not start with rich people. If not, broke people like us, how will we end up? So if you have interest in only rich people, then that's a red flag.
Okay. Green flag, red flag. Has many male friends.
That to me is a green flag.
Oh.
It's a green flag for awkward reasons.
Okay.
When you have many male friends, it builds self-control. You're always exposed with men and nothing happens. But if you have very few of them, probably you don't know how to handle yourself around men. And so when you have that one chance that you go loose, you are all out. But if you have male friends, I emphasize on the word friends, then you can handle yourself in any situation. There are some girls that probably when you just keep them where one or two boys are, they go crazy. But there are some that when you keep them there, they vibe. They're like, I say, yo, nah, that mash, nah, they vibe. Not like they're being gangsters, but they just feel the energy. So for me, if you have many male friends, it's a green flag. Okay.
Wants to go on a girl's trip without you. Wants to go on a trip without you.
That to me is still a green flag. Probably because I don't have to follow you around. If you want to go for your trips, you can go. In as much as you keep it transparent, you can go. And if you're going for something legitimate, like you tell me, I'm going for a trip with these friends, we'll be doing this, and this, then that's fine.
Okay. And has a male bestie.
Why? Many things can go wrong. When I say many, I mean many things. There's an unfortunate time when you guys might have a misunderstanding, and then you're going to be like, you wouldn't believe he broke my heart. Then he's now like, just come. And then at that time, ta-da! So for me, that's a red flag.
So CJ, last question, which is definitely not the green flag, red flag question. Okay. What's your ideal kind of woman?
That's something I rarely think of. But it should just be someone who has, I think everybody already knows the person should have a good character. You should be sustainable for your own self. And you should have the looks too. My kind of looks, not like...
What are your kind of looks, CJ?
I don't go for color, like fair or dark skinned.
Yes.
Just, awesome. They ever talk to any bem pot get a cover. So us ugly people too, we like to go. We like to go for people who are finer. So yeah, in fact, if I want to start talking, then they plenty.
But you like woman where they...
She just have a good body figure, a good face.
Figure 8.
A good everything.
For front and for back.
Yeah. And fine fashion too.
Okay, fashion, very important. I support you.
And then you should resonate with my mom.
Oh, good. That's very important. You guys she should click.
Yeah.
She should click with mommy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having been with us on Maloko CG. It was wonderful time spent with you. Did you have fun?
Of course, I did. I had so much fun, and I don't think I'm ever going to forget this. This is my first appearance on a TV show, so thank you very, very much for having me here. Thank the entire technical team. I'm really very grateful to be here.
So, CJ, I don't have to wrap up this program.
Okay.
So you will wrap up the program for us. Okay. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and by 3, you're going to literally close the show.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So
Which character should I deliver?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'll just go out. I'll just be like, okay.
You can even blend all of them if you
Okay.
want. If you want to, we'll love any of them. So, CJ is wrapping up Maloko this Sunday afternoon in 3, 2, 1, action.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir et bienvenue. At this unfortunate point, we drive to the end of the Maloko program. If you had a wonderful time with us, please stay tuned for more wonderful editions. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost closing with the Maloko program. Please stay tuned and watch it with us. Okay, like you're getting over it, and we hope to have you next time. Thank you. Okay, there you have it. Sister Mary, yes, we don't finish with the show. We won't go up soon. All team pass fine. Yes, we don't enjoy the gimme juice, most especially the juice. Yeah, Sister Mary.
So guys, we are finished with the show and we want to close us. If you enjoy it, always hang around because more of these interesting programs they are there that you'll just be enjoying them but back to back.
So, bye-bye and catch you next time. It was a wonderful time having you all watch me do this.
That was perfect. A blend of all of those.